but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They give to Dillon out of the gun. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Dillon, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. His first carry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you think about his performance this year, you have to have nothing but admiration the way that he passed his team into the playoffs. They threw it around so well in the regular season. But in this game, the elements may affect them. I think they'll continue to fling it around until the weather slows them down. And if it doesn't, they'll continue to show the style that they've shown throughout the season.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go counter with Breida, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Pushes him over. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll give it to Mixon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Mixon.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bengals will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They run again with Dillon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Prescott from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the handoff, Dillon.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
A.J. Dillon.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. This one might be going the other way. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
A first throw for the backup. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Jabari Zuniga.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Burrow. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Brady. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to maneuver. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Prescott to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Complete here. It's Hyde. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Brady now on first down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Brady now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Here's Brady. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a give to Breida, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, a run from Breida, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Matt Breida, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. Prescott airing it out deep for Woods. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we're in halftime of this AFC Wild. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They give it off here to the tight end. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Throwing, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here comes Cohen.
return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
To Mixon. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run a toss here with Dillon. And he's got some space here. Strong running at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Here's Dillon. Down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He completes it to Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. This is Dillon, and he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Running, they decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Prescott now. To Chenault on the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Now a handoff to Dillon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Dillon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Ingram. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Laviska Shenault there to make the grab. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Here's Cohen now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Flushed out right. That is taken in by Hurst. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Brady to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, Mixon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 16. A minute 52 to play. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Now Dak.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Woods.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
To throw, Prescott.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Harris. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Prescott.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here's Dak. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath.
And he gets it down to the 32.
Now the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks. So long, everybody.